Theirs.
Brick Shots with Billy Antonio.
For 50 more bricks. Ballin' like a with all these bricks.
Welcome back.
Yeah.
Hey,
Billy. Chris
Yes,
got
sir.
it.
live. I got it.
Live. Welcome to another jam-packed edition of Brick Shots U. Before we get started, do us a favor. Follow us on Facebook at Brick Shots U. Interact with us on there and on our YouTube at Brick Shots with Billy Antonio. Today on the show, we're going to be talking all the Week 2 NFL news, including the Eagles' in-game debacle, the resurgence of the running back position, and Bryce Young's benching. We'll talk NFL injuries, including yet another Tua Tagovailoa concussion. We'll talk Week 3 college football, including the quarterback battle in Texas, problems in the Panhandle, and Shador's seemingly plummeting draft stock. We'll give our Brick Shot of Play of the Week and stump the guys with some topical trivia on Chris's Corner. We're also going to be bringing back a fun segment from the past known as Billy's Best, and we're going to add a fun little nipple twist on it. But first, let's talk about the Cowboys getting absolutely demolished by the Saints 44-19. Antonio, since I know you love shitting on me and my team, I figured you would want to take this away first.
Hey man, hey Chris, I ain't gonna hit you hard tonight, bro. You going through enough on Sunday, but god damn. Hey, you know what pissed me off the worst though? Y'all were like a 6.5 point favorite, and I was like, you know what? They gonna cover this shit. And I'm just looking, and I'm like, wait, nah, they not gonna come close to covering this shit. What the fuck is going on? And then it's so funny while watching the games, your hate for Dak comes in through our group chat, bro, and I just be like, yes. Like I just like hearing, because he's like a real fan. You know, hey, we'll get better. You're not one of them. You're like, hey, this dude fucking sucks.
No, because we're not going to get better. If you watch the game, it's obvious.
You just paid him a $250,000 to be ass. My team's falling apart. Not going to be able to play Parsons. Like, it's just a lot of shit. And
Like that little
Ravens fan
who was like, we're not going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah. To top it off, y'all made Derek Carr look amazing again. So yeah, Chris, I don't have anything negative to say. You went through all this shit on Sunday. I won't bring it up. Matt, what you think?
I turned it off quick. That game was trash. Those corners are exactly what the internet has said they are. Where was Micah Parsons? I had a parlay. He's the only guy who didn't get a fucking sack. I could have won $500. Fuck him. I'm never betting on the Cowboys or any one of their players again. Yeah.
Jeez.
Very upset about that.
Billy, because we gotta let Chris go last. Billy, what you think?
So it took me to it was a Cowboys Broncos game with Romo and Manning. They were going tit for tat. It was one of the best games I've ever seen. And I was thinking once the Cowboys got down, I was sitting here thinking like, all right, Chris is gonna hate on Dak. Here we go. But then I was thinking Dak might light it up in the second half, and then it just didn't. It just didn't.
Dude, I thought about it. I thought about putting in the chat, oh, we're finally down 3 possessions. Time for this motherfucker to show off. And I was thinking, I was like, you know what? It looks a little different so far this year. I don't even think he's going to be able to show off when he's down by 3 scores.
Nope. And you never pick Romo close to what Dak is getting paid. Salary, even without inflation and all that. I was watching, trying to get Brady's commentary into, and it was just looked bad. The Cowboys look bad, but you know what's going to be crazy is when they show up and beat the fucking Ravens because we suck and we don't know how to stop anybody. We couldn't stop Gardner Minshew, okay? And Dak's going to show up and throw for 400 yards.
Minshew magic, baby. Shout out to John.
Shout out to John.
Shout out to John.
Best quarterback Oakland had since Derek Carr. So yeah, the game was terrible. I kind of had a bad feeling when the Saints just marched up and down the field on that first possession, and then they did it again. Like
And
Cowboys had a nice long drive, and it resulted in 3 points, as is customary. We have these 45-play drives and only get 3 points out of them. But then the fucking Saints take the ball, and then like 2 or 3 plays, just right down the field for whatever it is, 70 or 80 yards, whatever. I think it's 30. So, right down the field, 70 yards and 2 or 3 plays, another score. And at that point, I was just like, oh shit, here we go.
Did you watch the whole game, Chris?
Yeah.
That's like
When you see a burning car on the side of the road, like, you know what's gonna happen. Like, it ain't going nowhere. It's just gonna keep burning until the fire goes out. But like, you can't turn away from it, man. I mean, it was something to behold. Seeing how Christian McBlackfree ran the ball. That's Alvin Kamara. For all you that ain't familiar with the nicknames, he was he looked like he was in super prime form. Every time he touched the ball, it was like 10 yards guaranteed. Don't matter if it was through the air or on the ground. Nobody could tackle. The Cowboys' run game looked as pathetic as it did in week 1, as predicted, because the only backs they have are, retirement home, soon-to-be backs. Dak was
subpar.
Better and worse. That's what he is. And, CD is the only receiver on the team. And Brandon Cooks is Brandon Cooked. Like I tried to tell y'all last year when we first got him, he ain't worth the fuck. Our starting tight end's out, who's probably our second best offensive threat, which ain't saying much because he ain't
Jake
really much to write home about either.
Schoonmaker got me 10 points in fantasy.
So Micah is, DeMarcus Lawrence is okay, but he's not the guy that they extended years ago, and Micah's a great defensive end / outside backer, but he's not at the level of like an Aaron Donald where you can throw 2-3 bodies at him and he's still going to get pressure. He needs somebody to take some of that pressure off on the other side of the line, and DeMarcus Lawrence isn't that guy anymore. There's the team is it's way too thin to be competitive against teams that have decent to above average rosters. Like, CD is the only offensive threat. You shut down CD, the offense is cooked. Micah Parsons is the only defensive threat. You shut him down, we're not getting any pressure. And then with the new scheme, it doesn't seem like this is near as aggressive of a defense. So our cornerbacks, who in a vacuum aren't very good but work great under the super aggressive defense that Washington's head coach Dan Quinn. That Dan Quinn ran with this personnel, like they're not going to work under Mike Zimmer's system. It's going to be a long season. I'm excited to watch it all just burn down in front of me. Can't wait.
So right now, Chris, realistically, y'all still a wild card team, or it ain't even looking like that?
Without looking at the schedule and trying to pick out wins and losses, I think there's still hope for the division. We'll cover the Eagles game later, but after watching that and seeing how they collapsed at the end of last year with seemingly their pass rush issues went from solid to non-existent, and then their not the issues, their ability to get a pass rush went from solid to almost non-existent, and then their pass coverage is still looks really shaky. Big play Slay just got fucking cooked on that final drive.
It was bad.
I don't know. We still got a chance to win.
It was a hell of a route too.
No,
that's not saying much. Might be a 9-18
out route. Can't be looking in the fucking backfield, man. You got caught lacking.
Yeah,
got caught lacking by fucking Kirk Cousins.
That's Kirk Chains.
Yeah, he in the right city to do that now, for real.
So
wild card, maybe not, because I think Arizona's looking really good. Seattle's looking decent. Like it seems like the NFC is a little bit deeper in years past, so I don't think we're going to get a wild card out of the NFC East this year. But I do think winning the division is up for grabs, not because we're necessarily better than the Eagles, but because the Eagles don't look great either. And Washington and the Giants are Washington and the Giants. So,
hey, shout out to my boy Ali, man. Hey, I gotta get them boys talking about some soccer on here, man. Good luck. I got 2 Texans.
Not during football season. It's just
Hey, I got 2 Texans and a Matt. and Ali is a Bears fan. So
congratulations.
That's why he wants to talk about soccer. See more scoring on a soccer pitch than you will at what's the Bears Stadium? Soldier Field.
It's come on, man. It's all
that's
they ain't been fucking relevant in 40 years, Billy. Why should I care about what the fuck the stadium's called?
2006, Rex Grossman, Devin Hester.
Rex Grossman led them to a Super Bowl.
Brian Full Head of Hair Urlacher.
I don't think he had full head of hair.
He's
He
great.
has a full head of hair now.
Full head of hair.
He's great.
He does now. Google it.
That's implants.
Chris.
Stop getting Billy Hope.
No, I'm done. I'll never try to get hair. But Chris, the Ravens Cowboys, that matchup's coming up. Are you saying the Cowboys are so bad they lose to the awful, pitiful Ravens right now?
I don't think the Ravens are awful or pitiful. I think the Chiefs' loss was a good loss. I think
the Oakland loss.
Yeah, well, I was getting to that. I think them falling apart against Oakland at the end of the game is. I mean, it's confusing to me how you got the best rushing offense in the NFL for like the last 5 years with Lamar, and you seem to struggle closing out games in the fourth quarter. Something about that ain't adding up. I don't understand.
Hey,
I think the Ravens will wind up getting a win on the board.
It's the Harbaugh, bro. How long it took Buddy to win, Matt? How long he was at Michigan before he won it all? 12 years, 13 years, maybe 9 years. Billy, how long Harbaugh been out there?
John won a championship his first 4 years ago.
Yeah, man, and now he in a drought. I'm saying, how long it's been?
Since 2012, 12 years.
Oh shit!
I mean, if Joe Flacco would put together the best 4 games in NFL history, he wouldn't even have that one.
True that. And I do think if we didn't play anyway, hold on before we do that. So, Tonio, are you taking the Ravens over the Cowboys?
I'm calling a tie. Both of y'all suck. This is gonna be a terrible fucking game, man.
I'll take a tie.
No. I got Baltimore over the Cowboys because of Chris. Chris' logic, it be crazy to hear sometimes, but it's correct. Big game that shit don't equal up. Big game and Dak don't never equal up. They beat the shit out of subpar teams.
I don't know what the Saints over under is for the year, but Dak got blown out by him, so go fucking bet the house on the over. They're getting at least 9 games this year.
Matt, are you also taking the Ravens?
One question. Where is it being played at?
Okay, Christian.
Well, no, this is – you're going to like this.
The Cowboys just got blown the fuck out at AT&T Field.
Just answer the question.
I don't know. I honestly don't know.
Whoever is the away team is winning. Because didn't the Ravens just lose at home?
Ravens are coming to Dallas.
Ravens on top.
All right, I'm taking the Cowboys so we don't chalk the Ravens up.
Damn, you're a fucking.
Stop being a hoe. Yeah, nobody.
Yeah, what was me, Billy? Shut up.
How many Ravens games have y'all watched this year? All right, 0.
That one. I bet on Derrick Henry score a touchdown, which you told me to cash out. Idiot.
My bad.
Was that same parlay where you said O'Malley was going to beat Marab by TKO?
No, that was a different one.
Oh, okay.
That one, I just threw that in there to spice it up.
Yeah, I thought it was so cool seeing it in its own parlay. I was like, can you?
Yeah, it was football and then just throw it in there.
All right, so let's go from 2 of our teams to the Chargers and Steelers. Both the 2-0 Chargers and the 2-0 Steelers.
Who's going?
Tony,
Harbaugh effect.
Let's let Matt go because I know he'd be waiting to glaze over Harbaugh.
Hey, I love both these coaches, actually. But Jim Harbaugh did just take a bunch of bums from the Big Ten that he coached against, put them all on a team, and was like, we're going to run this fucking ball. and then drafted Joe Alt after he said he didn't want to go to the Chargers and was like, no, you're going to play right tackle and we're going to run the damn ball. And that's exactly what he's doing. Fucking J.K. Dobbins got half an Achilles and fucking they took elbow tendons or something, put it in his kneecaps.
266 yards this year.
Leading the league in rushing.
Yeah.
Bro,
I watched it. It got so out of hand, they gave Hassan Haskins the ball.
Yeah.
He had 3 carries for like 20 yards.
Just to add a little bit of color to that, he had 17 carries for 130 yards this week. 7.71 yards per carry.
And bro, they was like, yo, he couldn't even walk up the steps in fucking Baltimore, goddamn it. Why he doing backflips in the end zone, bro? Like, what the fuck is going on out here, bro?
And the Chargers are number one, and I'm pretty sure it's almost every category on defense. They're number one. Jim Harbaugh took one of the like mediocre defenses, just like, we're gonna be the fucking Iron Curtain that Steelers think they have.
But it's easy to do that when you run the ball like that. You have a defensive guru in Brandon Staley, the worst defense we've seen with Derwin James and everybody out there. Just like, what the fuck are we doing?
Also easy to have a great deal when you're playing the Raiders and Panthers.
Well, I mean, he's got that defense healthy. That's the main thing. And they've got, 40 rushes a game?
Yeah.
But either way, this game is going to be like, hey, what was football like in the early 2000s, late 90s? Tune into this game because Jim Harbaugh is not going to let Justin Herbert throw, which he can. And then Mike Tomlin's not going to let fucking Justin Fields throw the ball. So it's just going to be Najee and J.K. Dobbins down each other's throats and be like, hey, we got better edge rushers. No, we do.
Nah, see, and that's where it's going to give the Steelers the edge, bro, at the quarterback position, man. Because Justin ain't getting out of there.
I mean,
Fields not going to throw, but he going to be like, hey, drop back, take off.
Hey, all I got to say is
quarterback draw out a shotgun, goddammit.
The Bosa brothers aren't too fond of non-whites. I'll just say that.
Oh, shit. Allegedly.
You got to factor that in. I'm sure their stats versus non-white quarterbacks are a little crazy.
Skewed?
Yeah, a little skewed. It's just on the mic. You can hear like the little microphone thing on the side. You just hear Bosa's like fucking Bobby Boucher.
Hey, bro, it was so funny when they was like, Nick was so sad when he had to hit Aaron when he played on. Goddamn it! Hey, bro, but I got the Steelers though.
You got the Steelers? Tell me how bad. Who you taking?
Dude, can I take the Chargers? Can I take the Chargers in a 6-3 game?
Bro.
They're gonna put the chew clock on in Madden. They're gonna put that setting on.
You're not gonna watch this game because it has bad quarterbacks. So.
Oh yeah, Chris.
I like Justin Herbert. I've liked him since the last 2 years, and I think he's finally got a great head coach now. So I'm okay with Herbert throwing the ball 20 to 25 times.
He's never been to an AFC Championship game, Chris. Don't change your fucking argument now.
It's not a changed argument. See, y'all always misinterpret.
No,
I feel like you can get me there.
You said 3 weeks ago he's the worst quarterback you've ever seen.
Definitely didn't say that.
You said the only quarterbacks you've evaluated are Patrick Mahomes and Tom Brady.
Tom Brady doesn't even play in the
You only watched the Super Bowl. I'm pretty sure you lied when you said you watched the Cowboys game.
I don't know anybody who would lie about actually watching that.
All right.
No.
Anyways, I'm gonna take the Chargers like 17 to -14. Steelers fucking suck. 2-0. I don't care. Their offense is pathetic.
We're going to 15-9 Chargers.
15-9?
Yep.
Okay, sounded like 59.
That's a lot of fucking field goals.
Yeah,
that's all they're getting. Nobody's letting them in the end zone.
Break shot of play of the week for week 3. The kickers from that game.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, did Boswell win it? He kicked fucking 6.
No.
Well, so did Jake Moody, but I've seen Rodrigo Blankenship's doing this thing where he's going to recreate the best kicking performance of the week, and he did Boswell's over Moody's because he kicked a 5-yard longer field goal.
I can see it.
Thank you, and that's from actual Bears fan, Christian. You fake football watching fucker. You ain't even at work right now.
So, Oliver, we're about to get to it right here real quick. So, let's do the 2-0 Texans, Vikings. Who we taking, Tonio? Go.
Justin Jefferson might be hurt. I'm taking in the Texans.
Matt.
I'm going to take the Vikings. Sam Darnold's cooking.
Looks like it. Chris.
How you going to cook with
We
no
talked
wide
about
receiver?
we talked about C.J. Stroud potentially being in the top 5 quarterback discussion already last week. Generally, when there's a top 5 guy going against a guy who's not top 5, I'm going to go with the top 5 guy. I'll take C.J. Stroud and the Texans.
Generally, I would be on your side, but I think Sam Darnold had a shitty game. Hit a couple of guys in that win against San Francisco. I think he keeps it going, and I think this is where the Texans take a loss. CJ looks good in the loss, though.
I mean, also, what's that quarterback test they make players take?
Wonderlic.
Yeah, well, Brock Purdy maxed it out. The other one didn't, and Brian Flores' defense really confused Brock Purdy. If you've seen the post game where he's like, your defense is fucking crazy. So I think if Brock Purdy can't figure it out, old Dumbo can't.
Good point about the 7 field goals, but it's the Giants. I don't give a shit because he had to kick the field goals. It wasn't a fun defensive game, Josh. But let's take it to back to Oliver's comment. Tony, I'm going to pull it back up. I know you just.
I just wanted to show Josh's shit. Shout out to Josh.
Yeah,
he cheats in fantasy.
That one too.
But Chris, let's get to a hold on, Oliver. Just hang out with us for just a little bit longer. We're gonna go ahead and take it to Billy's best to get to Chris's worst after this, right? But here's my top 5, and this is right now. This is not the best teams that these are not the last 5 teams I'm thinking are going to be in the playoffs or anything like that.
Power ranking.
Yes, power ranking. Thank you. So Billy's best. Number 1, the Chiefs. Say what you want. I know Tonio hates on Patrick Mahomes. I've also been kind of a hater of Patrick Mahomes. I'm moving on and saying it doesn't matter. But the Chiefs have beat the Ravens and the Bengals, the 2 probably other best teams in the AFC. Their first 2 weeks. Now, both games were at home, so you can say what you want about that. A lot of flags. You can keep bitching about that if you want. But number 2, New Orleans Saints. The only reason they're number 2 is because they've just beat the Cowboys. I didn't think I'd say that this year. But let's play the Giants. I don't care how many field goals you kicked. With that offense, hey, I expect you to kick 10 field goals.
I'm pretty sure he responded to the
They have 22 more points than
cheating
anybody else, by the way.
The Chiefs?
Who's that?
The Saints have scored 22 more points than anybody else in the league, and their point differential is 62. Second best is the Chargers at 35.
Well, I mean,
it funny that both
they
of them
played the 2 worst teams in the league.
That's thinking that. Okay.
The Cowboys, the 2 worst teams in the league.
Yeah,
No,
Cowboys, Panthers are neck and neck.
Once the Red Rifle gets in there, they're about the same.
No, Red Rifle last year when he took over, he was slinging it. He doesn't care. He's made his money.
That's
number
a
3.
former Cowboy great now.
True that. Wasn't he the one who didn't have any pads on when they were like, "Hey, you need to get in there," and he's like, "Oh fuck."
I don't fucking know. I feel like he threw like 4 passes or some shit.
He probably did. 1 more game's a deck. Anyway, number 3 is Matt's Chargers. John gets there and just fixes it in one.
John?
It's Jim. Excuse me.
Man, one of them motherfuckers, man, get off their ass, man.
The Harbaugh that actually wins, Billy.
Yeah.
One of them has a Super Bowl ring. One has an
In the last decade.
All right. Okay. Anyway, I got to watch it live. I don't care. But I got them at number 3. I just think him taking it over. They just run the ball and they tell you we're gonna have the ball for 40 minutes a game and figure out your 8 minutes of offense. So, and then the Vikings at 4, beating anyone who beats down on the 49ers. Hey, that's fucking, you're doing something right. And then number 5, Matt might be a little upset, but the Bucks, they figured out a way to beat the Lions when they shouldn't have, which is weird. Gibbs had 88 or 84 yards, and the Lions and Jared Goff threw for 55 times. How do you throw for 55 times and have your running back still have 84 yards. Wild to me.
Lions are 1-0. Dan Campbell's 0-1.
I like that analogy, but that's I got the Bucks at 5. Chris, was any of those wrong? Tonio, was any of those wrong? Let's get to that before we go to the worst.
You didn't have the Patriots in there.
Exactly.
They're 1-1. They lost a game.
Don't matter. We look
I
better
have all
than
2-0
Baltimore.
teams in my list. It's a power ranking.
We look better than Baltimore.
Baltimore's 32nd.
Well, then you better have the Patriots at least 31st.
Yeah, there you go.
We got the same record as the Lions.
Yeah, the Lions are.
I'm on your side.
Oh, my fault.
What the
31st, 31st sounds
just
demeaning.
ahead of the Ravens.
I'm surprised the Bills weren't in there. The Bills were the only team that I was thinking of. I would have probably put them in over the Bucks. But
I don't believe in Josh Allen.
Not upset about that. He's looked good this year.
He looked good.
Even Billy's acknowledged
in
it.
week 2. And
Well, he
Josh
doesn't have a good wide receiver to take chances on.
Oh shit! Maybe that might be Josh Allen's shade, where he doesn't just throw 5 interceptions.
Yeah. Fucking Gabe Davis is big as hell. I'll throw it down there. Pick.
So going with the worst 5 teams.
So is
I'm
number
actually-
1 the worst, or is it like?
You should
I'm
work
going to give it
backwards.
in order from who I think the worst is,
Okay.
and go down the list from top to bottom.
You're going to start with the worst? That's no fun.
Yeah, starting with the worst. You'll see why.
Next
We're going to
subject.
segue into the next topic. All right. I'm doing a little bit different than Billy. I'm going with who I think will be the top draft picks next year, who's going to have an order of selection. I'm not necessarily going off a power ranking, so their record
Tank
isn't
ratings.
that relevant to me. Titans, I got as the worst team in the league. Will Levis is a fucking joke. He's throwing interceptions while trying to make a 2-yard gain, and he winds up throwing a pick 6 to lose the game. His coach is saying that he fucking sucks, isn't apologizing about it. Titans are terrible. They might win 1 or 2 games this year. Panthers are the second worst team, to nobody's surprise. They drafted a quarterback first overall, gave up almost as much as the Saints did for Ricky Williams, and
Jesus.
who was it? The Vikings did for, was it Dorsett? I mean, they gave up like 3 years of just high quality draft picks and a great receiver to get a quarterback who's benched on his second start of his second or third year.
Yeah, well, how do
They have no talent.
Adam
anywhere on the
Thielen?
team.
Shit. You want me to throw
Yeah,
to Adam
they're
Thielen? Shit.
They're pathetic. Third on this list is the Giants for obvious reasons, but in case they're not obvious enough, Daniel Jones is fucking terrible. I would rather dig up the corpse of Dwayne Haskins and start him at quarterback over Daniel Jones. This dude's a fucking embarrassment to the league. I'll be glad when he's off the Giants, so I don't have to watch him play twice a year against my team. He's a bum.
I'm glad we only have 2 people in here to hear that. God damn.
Fourth, we got the Rams, and the Rams are here because their entire team is injured. Matthew Stafford is out there with the JV middle school team. They look awful. And fifth is tied with 3 teams because I couldn't figure out which rookie quarterback has looked the worst so far this year.
Fuck.
We got the Broncos, the whatever Washington football team is calling themselves this year, and the Bears.
Oh my god.
So Chris, I'm not even gonna front. I didn't listen to anything you said until I composed myself. All right, so let's talk
They
about.
got him. They got him for saying that.
Oh my god! All right, I'm gonna smooth that over. Let's just pretend that never happened. But
shit.
the rookie QB play, Matt. Do you have something to say about the rookie QB play? I don't.
That wasn't even that bad.
Yeah, all right. If you got to say that, it's pretty bad.
Yeah.
That wasn't as good as my Jets joke last year on 9/11.
Well,
yeah, it's a little different. Anyway, Matt.
I think it gets back to what Tom Brady, who kisses his son on the lips, what he said about the quarterbacks, how they're just throwing it down and dumbing it down.
Hey, hold on, bro. Are y'all fucking competing right now? Like, what's going on? Hey, yo, you finna just say Tom Brady?
Yeah.
The greatest player of all time? Nope. Kiss the sun on the lips. That's
Kiss
what we're
the sun
going
on
with.
the lips. Oh,
Well,
man.
there's got to be an asterisk. No one's perfect. Yeah, like what he said about rookie quarterbacks just getting the start. Like they're dumbing the game down so they can get in the game, but then the game's too advanced for them to excel. So I think that's exactly what it is. And then, I mean, Bryce Young, he's not a rookie, but they've given him nothing to succeed with. They're like, hey, here's a running back from Philly who's always hurt. Here's $40 million. Dude's played like 4 games. And then Bo Nix, Sean Payton should retire. You figure what he did in New Orleans, he could be able to take anyone. He almost resurrected Russ. He didn't. But and then Jaden Daniels isn't playing awful. He's just on a team with that just kind of shitty.
Yeah, he's just awful. He's on an awful team.
So Chris, so real fast, just for Oliver's clearance. So Chris he didn't put the Bears in the bottom 5. He was just saying with the bad QB play, he didn't know who to put with where they're going to be at. Because again, this isn't the power rankings. It's just where Chris is going to think.
Yeah, this is called.
And their defense played Will Levis too. You can't really.
Yeah, this segment is called Christian's Crybabies too. Shout out to Christian for always crying in the group chat about us talking about people who suck. Well, guess what, Christian? We're gonna talk about people who suck.
I don't think Caleb Williams awful. His head coach is fucking Eberdoofus. Like that guy's an idiot. He can coach defense.
No, Matt. No, Matt. You can't
bringing this up to both of you.
No, Matt. No, bro. You can't come from college running 80 yards backwards in the Pac-12 and then think this defensive end is running a fucking 4.4 is just gonna be like, oh, he's too fast. I'm not gonna catch him. No, they're gonna smack your ass 7 times because you keep running backwards.
Did you see what CJ said to him after the game?
What's that?
So CJ was just like, "You got to stop taking those hits." Like that was the first thing he said when they like.
Bro, like Matt, I'm telling you, and like I was telling Christian, his regression is gonna be something that needs to be talked about. Last year he was 30-5. The numbers are great, right? But he didn't look that good in games, especially in the big ones where they play actual competition. Didn't look good. He running backwards, getting sacked in college. Now you in the NFL thinking you're gonna do that shit? 7 sacks, Matt?
Hey, I'm not saying he's going to be the best. He should be number 1 overall. I'm just saying we got to give him more than 2 games before he's a Bear. I'm going to call him awful no matter what. But we got to give him more than 2 games before we write him off. Like his head coach should have been out of there 3 years ago. He ruined Justin Fields, who has all the tools to be great.
Matt,
what is Mike Tomlin doing with Justin Fields? Making him look like a superstar?
2-0. More than he ever did with the Bears.
This is the same shit I told Christian. I said, bro, you expecting him to come in and just be great. They didn't upgrade their fucking offensive line. Not you. I was talking about Christian. The Bears didn't upgrade nothing but their wide receiver room, goddammit. Well, shit, I still need time to throw it to them motherfuckers.
Well, that O-line's been awful.
So the O-line last year was not terrible. They were in the top 5 of allowing time in the pocket.
Did you watch that game the other day?
No, so this year, that's what I'm saying. This year, it's like he has. I think it's the second worst. The Panthers might be number 1, but
that's because Caleb Williams isn't a hyper athlete that can run around behind the line of scrimmage.
That's what it is,
defenders for
Billy. Just think. I know it said pocket time, Billy, but think about how much Buddy was moving inside.
Justin Fields runs a 4.3.
Yeah,
no DN in the league's doing that. Clowney's 37 years old now.
None. Billy. So that's what I'm saying. That's why I look different. That's what I'm trying to tell Christian. Like Christian was all hype about Caleb, and I get it. His numbers great. When he won the Heisman, he looked good as fuck. Last year, he regressed in a sorry Pac-12. Like he looked.
That was the best the Pac-12's ever been.
Yeah.
I'm talking about defensively, bro, because all of them was scoring points. Yeah. It was just who outscored who.
Well, so I know we talked about this on the pre-show too, but I do want to say, so let's just go real quick. Micah Parsons was talking about Bryce Young didn't get a fair shake, yada, yada, yada. Yes, the fuck he did. We've seen him a whole year, and we've seen him this year not regressing at all. I do think two games is a little early to kind of pack it in.
I mean, if you can't throw for 100 yards, at least in one game in 2 games, like, come on.
No
touchdowns, Billy.
I think he threw for like 70 yards and then 87 yards, something like that. Like, come on, dude.
Yeah, and it's bad.
You can hit one screen for 50 yards. Come on.
No, and it looks bad, but maybe I'm look,
Billy.
if we
But let me ask you this, Billy. Let me pull a Billy. He's just gonna play better teams. Is he gonna get miraculously better against better competition?
No.
So
but I think,
and it's not like he doesn't have a veteran out there to help him. He's got the Red Rocket. He's been around forever. He could teach him something. It's not like he's got another rookie quarterback there like RG3 and Kirk Cousins. They both had to just figure it out.
Yeah.
But Matt, look, and this is why. Look at what Oliver posted. Look at what Ollie posted, bro. Y'all posted him telling the punter he went out to punt. What if he ain't letting the Red Rocket tell him shit? He Caleb Williams. He got his fucking pristine nail tech out there on the sideline, filing his nails and shit. Bro, don't give a damn about them, but his nails looking good and drinking Dr. Pepper. I'm gonna keep saying that. That's it. You don't give a fuck. Got the bag.
Dr. Pepper's pretty fucking good.
Yeah. I fought with Dr. Pepper. Yeah. So, but I'm just saying, bro. Like,
the oldest quarterback in the Bears quarterback room is Tyson Bagent. He's 2 years in the league.
Yeah, who's
from Div 2?
I'm talking about?
Tonio's talking about Andy Dalton with the Panthers.
I was.
Yeah.
Okay. I see. Okay.
But I don't think the Bryce Young situation is the same as Caleb's though.
It's
Bryce Young ain't got half.
Worse.
He ain't got a half of fucking DJ Moore no more.
Sure.
Or the dude from the Chargers. Sorry, John. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But all this hype about him being the rookie of the year and shit, I don't see it happening.
Who's rookie of the year? Jaden Daniels?
Probably. At least he moving the ball. His team just ass.
Yeah.
He productive. Caleb, can we say that about Caleb being productive?
No.
It'll probably be one of the receivers. If Neighbors is the only target that Daniel Jones is going to go throw to, it'll probably be Neighbors because none of the quarterbacks are playing worthy of the award.
We can say one good thing about Caleb Williams. He got better.
Matt, fix your goddamn camera. Looks stupid.
You said he got better?
Yeah, from his first game.
He did improve from
his first game. He threw 90 yards. He threw 90 yards in the first half of that last game. That's better.
He looked a little bit more comfortable. He's still late getting rid of the ball, and
I don't think he looked better last game because
he also had Will Anderson and Daniil Hunter after him every fucking play.
Yeah.
And the way they were jumping on his back, how was that not penalties? They were fucking him up.
I think the rest were like, that's funny.
They look like when your buddy's drunk and they like want to say hi and they just fucking jump on your back.
Yeah, and you're just like,
hey, Billy.
They probably thought he would like it with them painted nails.
He might have.
Oh man.
But with all the bad QB play, we can bust it down to let's do the big stat that's kind of going around is 2019, 105 passing touchdowns. 2020, 110. 2021, same. 2022, 105. 2023, 86. And this year is only 69 in the first two games. Those are the only touchdown passes.
Shout out to Ali, goddammit.
Thanks, Ali. We appreciate you coming in, man. Thank you.
What was you saying, Bill?
Just the passing stats. It's gone down from 110 for 2021, 105 for 2019 and 2022. And then last year it really dipped to 86 touchdown passes, and this year it's only 69. And this goes back to the Brady thing that Matt was talking about. A lot of these guys they're given these simple playbooks, these hey, you can throw X is going to run an out. It's not those Sean Payton calls. It's funny that he has Bo Nix, but I'm just going to bring one up. Those Sean Payton calls that are fucking 3 minutes long when you're trying to get it into the huddle. They're dumbed down enough to where you can get it, but you're not understanding how fast the NFL is doing. You're not understanding the defense is understanding calls also with the same speed. And I think that's the reason where I'm kind of giving these rookies, not Bryce Young as much, just because he's looked utterly pitiful. And it's like Caleb Williams, I don't think watching the game, he doesn't look where you're just like, oh, this is the worst thing I've seen. Bryce Young.
He looks overwhelmed more so than he looks bad. Bryce Young
looks like he doesn't know anything.
Bryce Young look like he got PTSD from being fucking smacked around and not having nobody good. I get it though. He looked like he don't belong on the football field, but I just know that ain't the case, bro. It's just that organization is so bad. They just worked out Cam. They worked out Cam Newton. I think the owner is just trying to sell tickets now. Even though I don't think Cam ass, he might be a step up from Bryce because he big enough to run away from some of them hits that he gonna get coming to him.
Bryce Young was sacked 62 times last year. Jesus Christ, I didn't know that. I didn't know it was that bad.
Jeez.
Well, I think he also scrambles around too much, thinking he's Kyler Murray, and he's nowhere close as fast because he's got to get out of the pocket to see it. He's too small.
I don't even think that's it. I think he just got like that PTSD. Like, I know you're not gonna block.
We'll see. So Bryce, he's only been sacked 6 times this year, and Caleb Williams has been sacked 9 times this year. Gardner Minshew's also been sacked 9 times. Jesus.
Well, Caleb Williams was sacked 2 times before that Houston game, and 7 times in one game is crazy.
That's a lot.
That's a lot of sacks, bro.
Yeah. But with talking about the down passing numbers, the resurgence of the running back, is that something you guys think we're going to see for the next couple years?
Let me give these stats real quick.
I'm
not going to give all the numbers for each individual player, but there were 7 players in week 2 that had at least 100 yards rushing. Devin Singletary just missed out with 95, and there was multiple others that had Antonio Gibson 96, Bijan 97. Like there was over about 30% of the league was at 100 or close to it for rushing, and then for a minimum of 10 rushes with at least 6.4 yards a carry, there was 10 players. Just the run game has been ridiculous.
I mean, if you think about it, like what was the last just predominantly pass-heavy offense to win the Super Bowl? Peyton Manning's Broncos? Like even the Chiefs have a good run game.
Yeah.
Like you have to have a run game to win.
Well, even Peyton's winning year with the Broncos, that was all defense.
Well, yeah, defense. Oh, I guess, yeah. Fuck yeah.
And
it's defense and running the ball is really control the clock.
And
what we make fun of Jim Harbaugh for is how you win.
Yeah,
I think that not according to Chris. Defensive coaches don't win. That's Chris.
Yeah, that's true.
Saying it. But I think
Jim's an offensive guy.
Yeah, he just makes it seem like it. I mean, you can't stop it.
As a former quarterback,
an old school offensive guy.
Yeah, that's different.
I wonder if it's because Jim wasn't a good quarterback. He's like, yeah, you got to run it every time.
I mean, he made a couple Pro Bowls.
He did. He made Baltimore or with. It was with Baltimore, I think.
Billy Tangents.
Sorry.
Yeah. But I think it goes back to what Matt was saying about Tom Brady. Hey, bro, you keep saying these old motherfuckers trickling out, bro. Like, these old quarterbacks is like studying the game and know the game like that. After somebody fucking like hurts Aaron Rodgers and I never had to hear about him again, then who's the next oldest quarterback in the league?
Stafford.
Oh,
yeah,
Stafford, Derek Carr.
Stafford, Carr, and Goff are in a class.
No, Goff's barely 30. There's another. Yeah, Andy Dalton's older.
Andy Dalton ain't start.
Yeah, you can't really use Andy Dalton.
Well, he's about to start. Jared Goff is the number 1 overall.
Wait, is Jared Goff not? Chris, how old is Jared Goff? Jared Goff got
he's like 31.
He's not been in the league for 10 years, Tonio. He's drafted in 2016.
He's still older than these newer motherfuckers.
No,
well, of course.
You say what?
Damn.
Yeah.
Geno Smith is one of the older guys.
Who the oldest? Chris, while we talk, find out who the oldest starting quarterbacks is, and then we'll go from there. But Billy,
Aaron Rodgers, Stafford, Derek Carr.
33. Aaron Rodgers is 40.
Jesus Christ.
Those are probably the 3. All these other guys, Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, Kirk.
That's crazy to say Kirk Cousins is old. I remember that draft like it was
Kirk is 36.
it's crazy to think that just a few years ago, RG3 was a gadget quarterback still with the Ravens.
Yeah.
He was
Started the Browns
32.
after that.
He was
started the
32.
Browns.
Hey,
Yeah.
so Chris, do the reverse. Who's the youngest quarterbacks? I know, like aside from this, draft,
everybody else in the league. I don't think any of these other guys are over 30. I think Brissett might be over 30.
Yeah, Jacoby might.
Yeah, anybody else with at least 50 attempts is all like guys who aren't 30 yet.
See, Billy, and that's what Brady was saying. Like, you just the game not gonna change because they changing it. They not putting the time in. So yeah, what if I can't get my quarterback to know what the fuck a cover 2 defense is and not to throw right there because it's gonna be a man right there. Yeah, and I'm gonna run that motherfucker, man. So Dak old, ain't Dak about 28, 29, 30.
2016, he came in with golf.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's older than golf. He was at Mississippi State for fucking a decade.
He came in at 34 or 20, 23, 24.
Oh,
so
okay.
he's probably like
he was
32.
old because he broke Dak had the SEC rushing record for a quarterback.
Dak just turned 31.
Kellen Mond.
I said for a
Just
while.
turned 31.
Yeah, but Kellen Mond is more recent than Dak.
Yeah.
No, yeah, we were just saying breaking the records. That's where my line's.
So yeah, Billy, if these people don't put the time in the game, like why the fuck wouldn't I run the ball? Because I know my running back from high school here. Hey, I know you know what holes to hit.
Yeah,
and that ain't hard. Like you know what gap is gonna be open, your cutback lanes, all that
0,
shit.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Yeah,
7.
that's it. Like that's easy. But when you get to being a quarterback, goddamn it, like I said, brother, Matt just said that fucking Brock maxed out on the Wonderlic test and said that Brian Flores' defense was too hard to read.
Yeah.
So what are we talking about?
It was a joke earlier. That doesn't mean anything. CJ Stroud obviously isn't dumb, so anyone taking offense to that.
Yeah, I think. We done said way more offensive shit. So that nobody. If you wouldn't have brought it back up, they wouldn't have remembered that. Probably the Dwayne Haskins shit is probably
probably
just like Dwayne. Not just like Dwayne Haskins.
Yeah, who didn't score, but also too, it's crazy to think if Dwayne went to no tangent. Let's go to I'm aware now.
Hold on, before you move on, Billy, I'm surprised y'all didn't talk about the O-lines at all in this topic. Like we've seen O-line play has gotten consistently worse through the years, and run blocking is significantly
not for my team.
than pass blocking.
No, so here's the thing. I think with the
Billy hate O-line talk. Let me just say that.
No, I think with the
I'm not saying the young quarterbacks is completely wrong, but I don't think that's the sole reason. I think it's a mixture of young quarterbacks, O-line play. I also think defense is getting smaller and quicker to counteract all the passing offense that we've seen explode over the last decade. Now I can get a guy back there who's 250 and can run a 4.4, and I'll just run your ass over. Like I don't have to try to find holes in the defense. I can just blow through you.
Well, it's like with all the money spent on the edges, and this is where that corner argument comes in too, where all that money spent on the edges, where they're literally just trying to go get the quarterback. When it's a run straight up the fucking one gap, you're gonna run up the one gap, and now you take the two. You're paying your defensive end so much money, you just take them completely out of the fucking game, and the tackle that you're paying league minimum is just gonna get ran through. So the offensive line, quote unquote, I don't know if it's better play, but I just think the defensive line with how much you're paying those edge rushers.
That ain't what he said, Bill.
Well,
he said the offensive line has gotten worse.
Yeah. I'm saying it's easier to run block for most linemen than it is to
pass block.
No. So that's my point, is that how much you're paying those defensive ends to run, where like we're thinking it's worse, but I think there's just more emphasis on
people want to be defensive ends more now than D tackles or other positions because that's where the money's at.
The money is there, and it benefits those. Well, Chris noticed firsthand. Year before last, whatever fucking cornerback y'all had when Trayvon got hurt, that motherfucker was leading the league in picks at one point because of the rush. And then, and then Trayvon, his year, y'all was definitely getting after the ball. And then he was just picking everything, goddamn it. So,
but getting burnt every other time. If it wasn't a pick, it was a fucking 70-yard ball.
Yeah, for sure. So I don't know. I'm with Matt. I kind of want to side with Chris because we seen it in college, bro. Like when we get there, I talk about their team, but And ain't a lot of people that want to play offensive line no more, neither, for real, Billy. You ain't seeing that like that,
You know,
for real.
or I just thought about it. Can you name me an elite defensive tackle in the league right now? Aaron
No.
Donald, Sue's, Gerald McCoy's, they're not walking through the door anymore.
Bobby Brown
Nadas.
III.
Bobby Brown the third.
My cousin.
Okay.
Shout out to Bobby
Didn't
Brown.
Seattle sign somebody that was a D tackle? Was it
Yeah.
Leonard Williams? I think, and he a D
Yeah,
tackle.
but
Oh,
is 3 sacks a year elite?
Buddy from the Jets.
Quincy Williams?
That's his
Quinn
name?
Williams.
Yeah. Quinn Williams. Yeah.
Quentin, yeah. His brother's Quincy.
Who the Jets also have. Michael Pierce.
Are these guys elite?
I
There
mean,
was a time when it was Aaron Donald, Sue, Gerald McCoy.
yeah.
Those guys like changed the game. You had a game plan around every other team you played.
Yeah.
Had that guy.
Oh, Matt. Fucking Chris Jones. You idiot.
He's a
Okay, yeah. I mean, he played a lot more defensive end this year. And if
Yeah.
you watch the Chiefs, he's almost like damn near DN now.
He just picks the worst offensive lineman to go against, so he just plays everywhere. Like I'm
But
sure his position is D tackle, but
I would say Chris Jones, but like outside of that,
Yeah.
there's not another one. Unless you're playing the Chiefs, you don't have to worry about it.
Man, I feel like you're not wrong, but I think
DeForest
you is.
Buckner.
IR, 6'7".
Yeah, none of these guys are like none
Well,
of them
hey,
pop out.
we can save that for next week's show too. But we got to get into college, Tonio. We got to get in there.
Yeah.
What? Also, let me just lose my Florida pick with Billy Napier. I don't think it's going to work. Even with with DJ Lagway, I don't understand why you're still putting Graham Mertz out there. I was watching. I was like, what the fuck are we doing? And then A&M shows up with another freshman quarterback, and they just still demolish you in Florida, and it doesn't make any sense. I don't know why he's still there. I really thought he was going to get fired after that game. I think I put it in the group chat, didn't I?
Yeah. Hey, well, you actually owe me $10,000. I bet it. Listening to you about Florida, you said it's gonna be his week to win against Texas A&M. You was like you're gonna start another quarterback, and they're gonna look good.
But I didn't know he was gonna throw Graham Mertz in there every other drive. That's what I'm saying. Though I'm like, what the fuck are you doing?
Florida didn't hit, and I didn't hit on my fucking parlay because of you, Billy. So you owe me $10,000.
All right. But they gotta fire him, right, Tonio?
I mean, he gotta go, bro. It's just like, think about it, Billy. Does he have to go? Let's be realistic. And when me and Christian was talking about Lane going down there, that Florida team ain't been good. Urban Meyer faked health issues to get the fuck out of Florida.
Yeah,
they haven't been good since then. What's it, like almost 15 years?
I think if you had a murderer on your team, would you want to stick around there?
They made 2 New Year's Eve Six Bowls. 2 New Year's.
I mean, at the beginning of Jim Harbaugh's tenure,
Yeah.
we smacked the shit out of him in a couple of like Citrus Bowls.
Yeah, Billy, but think about it
okay.
though. Think about like where they had to go, who they had to go through. At one point, you didn't have to be that good in the SEC West or East. You didn't have to be that good in the SEC East because you was playing fucking Arkansas, Vanderbilt, Kentucky every year. So hey, I can look good till I play Georgia.
Yeah.
So
and then you fuck it up. Yeah, absolutely. Especially when Kobe got there, it was like
y'all will never beating us again. That's what he said, and they didn't. So I get it. Like, I get that.
Look, 2018, 2019, they won 10 and then 11 games. I believe.
Wait, Billy. Really quick, we got to backpedal from this fucking.
We can hit it. We can hit it after. We can hit it.
No, we got to go back. We got to go back, Chris. We didn't talk about the best hit in football this week, or the Eagles being ass. So let's go back to the gang member formerly known as Tua. throwing up more gang signs on the don't do that, Billy. Get shot. I can't say. Throwing up more gang signs on the field. Billy, I said it. You heard me say it. Chris was here. I don't know if Matt was here, but I said, "Brother, gonna die on that field. You done made your money. Go home, bro. Your little brother in the league. Your little brother in the league now.
Now he's in the CFL.
It's a league.
I guess so.
Shit. Hey man, football.
I feel league. He's in our league.
Yeah, football lives on in your family, and if you keep getting hit, you ain't gonna see that shit prosper. Goddamn it. When they made the clip of him turning in the radio, hey, I want both is crazy as fuck. What type of pie you want? I want both. Hey, that's Tua. If he keep getting hit, Billy, you turn in the radio.
The worst part about it is DeMar Hamlin's bicep did that to him. It wasn't like he did it to helmet. It was just
he was pulling up, expecting Tua to slide, and Tua just dove forward.
The worst part about it,
DeMar didn't even put a hit
was
on
you got hurt by DeMar Hamlin. Who the fuck is that?
Somebody that actually did die on the field last year. That's Tua's future,
bro. It's bad, Billy. It's bad.
Old Tua meet new Tua.
It's bad. Am I tripping for saying he need to sit down? Should he continue playing?
He needs to stop. I think I'm like, look, I'm not all for getting in somebody's business or trying to tell someone how to live, but at the same time, like, hey man, the NFLPA needs to get in and say you cannot play anymore. It's one thing to get concussions. So Austin Collie had a lot of concussions for the Colts back in the day. I know you guys remember him, but Tua, he never seized, he never fucking freaked out, he never had spasms from a hit to the head. Two of those spasms to me, and it's because I've seen both of those hits live, and it's like, dude, you just can't take this anymore. Like Mike McDaniel has to step in and say, like, no, man, you're not going to play on my team. And I don't know, whatever coach or whatever team takes him after this, he shouldn't play for the Dolphins until Mike McDaniel at least gets fired. And I just don't see you can't play anymore, man. I'm sorry. Go coach. Go do something that if you want to stick around football, you can't play. Like you just not that he's bad, not even that he's just shitty. Where it's like Bryce Young, stop playing. But it's stop playing because you're gonna fucking be fucked up for the rest of your life. I know you're making it light with the radio stuff, but that's real. He will turn into fucking mush. Like he's gonna be not good, not well off.
I know I make a lot of dark humor jokes on here. I'm not intending this to be as a joke.
Oh fuck.
I'm saying that because it's a serious trigger warning just ahead if anybody wants to skip ahead 30 seconds.
We got to turn.
I fear that Tua is going to turn into Junior Seau after his retirement. For those that are unfamiliar with Junior Seau, he committed suicide in 2012 by shooting himself in the chest after leaving a note for whoever found his body to have his brain examined. And he had CTE like most NFL players have. But like if you're getting concussions this early on in your career and it's this chronic, like,
oh man,
that to me looks like your future. Like at that point, you got your money. It's guaranteed whether you keep playing or not. Like take your bag and take what health you have left and move on.
And it's like 100 million guaranteed.
Yes. Like, and God forbid, like, and I'm going to raise you the situation, Chris. Okay, Junior Seau, he could do worse. It could be a Chris Benoit thing where he's going to take people out with him because his fucking shit's fucked up. And it's like, it is a joking manner, but it's like, dude, stop. Like the NFLPA has to step in and be like, no, dude, you can't play. Sorry. Take your 136 million?
132 million guaranteed. Take
it,
bro.
Get the fuck out.
And the Dolphins got a $20 million insurance policy on you, bro. They're not losing that much. Like, hey, bro, go sit down. Who's the backup?
The only quarterback who doesn't have an insurance policy is Aaron Rodgers.
I wouldn't insure that old fuck neither.
No, that means if he got hurt, they have to pay him $100 everything. The insurance policy protects the team.
Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Look at the Jets being the Jets. Jesus Christ, fucking idiot.
Yeah. So I just it's bad, Billy. It's gonna be bad for TV too. We already seen one person die on the field. I don't know if I want to see that shit again because this shit gonna be bad.
Well, and it's crazy to me. So, like me thinking about it too, I've had to explain to Brand twice, right? So the DeMar Hamlin thing, the Tua thing, and she wasn't watching with me when we seen Tua go down again. And it's like, what's happening? Why is it happening the way it is? Like, I don't know how to, like, if I had, like, if my kids are watching, they're like, oh, hey, what happened? I'm gonna be like, oh, well, he just got fucked up like that. And then it's like, but he cannot play anymore. Like, how do you, you know what I'm saying? Like, how to get that into, like, now that's a conversation.
I don't know, bro. But you asking a lot of whys, and I want to know why the Eagles lost on Monday night. I had money on that
really
shit.
One play.
Hey, Manning laid out the blueprint.
Third
Kirk
down,
followed it.
Dropped by Saquon, let it all.
Yeah,
Not kicking a field goal, kind of dumb. When you was down there, could have took those points and then you win. Or you just run with Saquon, who just played on a shitty field and had 3 rushing touchdowns. There's a lot of shit. I know Christian wants to blame.
That was a perfect play. Yeah,
I'm
not mad at the play call.
No, I'm not mad at it, but it wasn't executed. I know Christian likes to shit on Jalen Hurts, but you can't blame that on Jalen Hurts. That was the age-old rule. I don't care if you 3 years old playing football. Touch your hands, you catch it.
You catch it. Yes. Even the pick, I'm not blaming on Jalen Hurts because he got hit.
You got fucking demolished.
Crushed.
What a great hit. Goddamn.
No flag also.
Yeah. I ain't mad at it. He can take it. Bro, they had
hold on. Y'all don't have a problem with the play call. Is it because of how open the route was?
Yeah, it was a perfect play. It was a perfect call.
Well, everyone's expecting him to run.
Yeah.
I'm not
running is the right play to call there. That's why I'm like. If
what
Saquon would have been covered on that play,
then we're talking about.
Would you still be saying it's the right play call? Like just because it was wide open,
because
doesn't mean it's something that they should do in the same situation.
Of a great play call is you out call the defense, where you're expecting the defense to do something and they do what you expect. So while you're expecting that, you say, "Oh, this is what we're going to have laid out." That's the definition of a perfect play call.
Hey, Billy,
on 4th and 3 from the 30, the team's expecting you to kick a fucking field goal. Does that mean you throw a Hail Mary?
You can fake it. Dan Campbell, he did it.
If you play Madden and someone winds up for a field goal block and you run a Hail Mary, yeah.
This isn't Madden. Billy, is real football.
Yeah, but it works.
The reality is you run the ball. They have no timeouts. They have 40 seconds to run.
And I'm going to bring up another Kellen Moore call, and I'm going to hurt your feelings with it. That Dak fucking QB sneak to go.
Another stupid ass fucking call.
It was a perfect call. If Dak would have got down and known what the fucking play clock was, Kellen Moore should have been raising hell on that sideline. Like,
you want to know why the defense didn't expect it? Because it was a stupid fucking play to call.
Which one?
So, Chris, what is a good play?
You run the ball and chew the fucking clock. You got the lead. You forced Kirk Cousins.
They couldn't run the ball all game.
Hasn't done all game.
What? So a good play call is just doing what you're supposed to do. If the defense stuffed it, Chris, what are you going to say?
Great play. Playing the clock.
What if the defense stuffed it? What are you going to say? Great play.
The clock would have been the same.
Give them the ball on the 30.
You can't run it. It was 4th down.
It would have been 40 seconds shorter.
If he ran the ball on 4th down, clock stops, balls flip sides.
It stops anyway.
Yeah. No matter what, it's still 3 seconds off the clock. 3 seconds to run it, 3 seconds to pass it.
Chris sitting there, hey, great play call. Good play call on the fucking running the ball. You got 2 yards, missed the 4th down.
We didn't even try. We just handed up the middle, which we couldn't do all game.
And that's what you're supposed to do because you're supposed to run the ball.
Wait, man. Exactly. Now, they was running that motherfucker. Now, I don't know where you ain't get that they didn't run the ball.
Yeah, they ran the ball, but it wasn't like it wasn't the week before.
I mean, shit, 95 yards ain't no.
I've got Saquon on my fantasy team. I think I would know if they were
the fucking ball. That's the discussion. Yeah. He should have just caught the ball.
Yeah, he should have. But Saquon did have 95 yards, Billy. Matt, he almost had 100. and then Jalen Hurts
averaged over 4 yards a
85.
carry. How much did they need for the first down, Billy?
Was it 4? 3? No, it's 3, I think.
Okay. But this is the thing. Maybe so I like to play call. I'm gonna go against Chris, but then I'm gonna play devil's advocate. Maybe because Jason Kelce ain't there to anchor that line. Coach was like, maybe I don't trust this center right here to get these 3 yards because I know they know we gonna run this motherfucker. Let's catch him off guard, and they did. And it also caught Saquon off guard too. He forgot that he was catching the ball. So I get where Chris coming from. I don't think the clock shit mattered though, because you ain't running no time down to stop the clock.
The play clock was 3rd and 3. The clock wouldn't have been stopped if they would have ran the ball. It would have been 4th down, and they would have took another 40 seconds off the clock.
That was the last play.
That was 4th.
No, it wasn't. 3rd and 3.
That's why it was a big deal.
Jalen Hurts, incomplete short right to Saquon Barkley with 1:46. I got the fucking game log up from NFL.com. They kicked the field goal on 4th and 3 after Saquon dropped the fucking ball. It wasn't a 4th down call.
They hit the field goal?
So it was 3rd down. Again, I'll reiterate, he should have caught the fucking ball. It was a great
Yes, he should have caught the ball, but it was a shitty fucking play call.
It was shittily executed. That's what you're trying to say. It was a great play call.
It was a shit play call because you're playing the clock.
The actual call. Executing the play call, if you beat, let's say it's a cover 2 or whatever, and you're running a fucking a stick, if your play call beats the fucking defense's play call, that's a better play call than what the defense had. I don't understand where you're coming from. Like, you're just saying because they didn't make it wasn't a good call.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying they threw a pass play when you're playing the fucking clock at that point.
A wide open pass. Wide open pass.
I don't give a fuck if it was wide open or completely fucking covered. It's irrelevant to the fucking point, Billy.
No, it's not. Because Chris, if he was covered, you would sit here and say, "Why call that play?" But if it's open, if it's wide,
and I'm still saying, "Why call the fucking play?" That's what
because it was open. They knew what the defense was doing. He knew that the defense wasn't going to be ready for that play, and he called the play to make a better play than the defense. It wasn't executed. That's the difference.
There's 1:42 in the game. Atlanta has no timeouts. You're up by 3. You're guaranteed another 3, which means Atlanta now has to run the entire course of the field in 60 seconds and score a touchdown to beat you. Atlanta hasn't done the shit all fucking game.
They did.
They haven't been able to do shit the whole game. Yeah, they did at the end, but I'm saying going into this play call, you can say with foresight, well, yeah, they were going to go down and score the touchdown, so you have to score a touchdown or you lose. The point is, in that situation,
no, that's the same argument with why that play didn't work. In foresight, yeah, it didn't work. So you can say it's a shitty play call. If he catches it, they up 2 possessions. Damn, that's a good play call.
No, because you don't judge shit whether it's a success or a failure.
Well, you just did.
No, I didn't. I'm saying you don't call a fucking pass play. I don't give a fuck what the pass play is, what the fuck the result is. Saquon could have caught it, ran it into the touchdown. They win by 10. It's still a stupid fucking play call.
So I just seen the defense and the box was stacked. I ain't running against that neither. I ain't gonna lie, Chris.
There's 9 people in the box. You know what I'm gonna run? ISO up the middle with 1 back and 2 tight ends and 2 receivers. Why the fuck would I run that with 9 people in the box?
I don't give a fuck what you run. Keep the clock moving. You're playing the clock.
I mean, well, if you catch the ball, the clock's still moving, Chris.
Well, he's in the end zone if he catches the ball.
Yeah.
And if they run the ball, it's guaranteed 40 seconds run off that motherfucker.
What if
or if he catches it and he's in the end zone, there's a 0% chance they win the game.
There's been 60 drops through the first 2 weeks of the season, and a drop can only happen on a pass play. There's been like 15 fumbles, and the ball's touched and carried every fucking play. You tell me
Saquon could have tore his ACL on that run, and they still lose.
And the clock would have still been moving, and they might not have lost.
Injury timeout.
Either way, I'm gonna agree to disagree. I think it was a good play call because he should have caught the fucking ball. You get paid.
Hey, Billy, how long was the Atlanta touchdown drive? Can you tell me that one?
Well, yeah, they ran the clock down.
Hey, shout out to Jay. Yeah, they bounced back and beat your Saints, bro. I think we're gonna find out who the Saints really are next week. I don't know though. Hey Jay, you know what? I'm just
Or
talking
maybe the
shit.
Eagles just have another bad
Maybe.
play call and beat the shit out of the defensive play call, and they fuck it up.
But
It took
Alvin
the Falcons a
Kamara,
minute 5 to go down to the field. If you run 40 seconds off the clock, they have 58 seconds. Game over.
You don't think they couldn't have did what they did just a little bit faster? They purposely ran clock. They didn't want to score too fast.
Purposely run clock.
Either way,
They weren't kneeling the ball.
Time taken between the plays.
It don't matter, bro. Y'all not gonna. Chris gonna be stuck on that. But Jay, every time, the league is better when Alvin Kamara is healthy and he's healthy. So I don't know. It's gonna be a good fucking game. And if he look like he been looking, then y'all might beat him, bro, for real. Maybe Darius Slay can't keep his eyes out the backfield, so he'll probably be asleep again next week.
I mean that's what the purpose of zone is. But
Jalen Carter, Jalen Davis. Which one of them got benched?
Jordan
Carter
got benched.
Yeah, Jalen Carter got benched, so maybe they'll do it again. Like, hey, bro, I missed a team event. I don't give a fuck. I came to play football. Fucking idiots. Either way, man, we gotta get to college ball. And we need to see who will look worse next week. Tua or Lee Corso on College Game Day.
Oh, Jesus Christ, dude.
Hey, Lee Corso and Tua neck and neck for the worst thing you see connected to football right now.
I'm glad you took me off my hot seat. Oh God, that's fucking funny.
That shit's bad. Billy, what we got?
We kind of touched on the Florida thing.
Oh yeah. Back to that. We were starting there, but Chris reminded us to talk about two-hit Tua and the Eagles.
Chris,
I think
play calling.
I think that both of them out of there, bro. Norvell did
last year. Antonio, you're gonna fire
Billy. What don't the boosters like losing?
Games?
More than games.
To shit teams. If you're Florida State, you can't lose to Boston College and Memphis.
No, bro. Money. You mean to tell me you paid $1.3 million to get embarrassed? You paid a school that you was supposed to beat by 40 to $1 million.
Talk about Memphis?
Yes, bro. They paid they paid Memphis $1 million to go get embarrassed. God damn it.
And that's Mike Norvell's old team. I thought that was the best part.
And then DJ just still out there like, they ain't bitching me. Bro, Mike Norvell want to leave Florida State. I don't know why, but hey, they going to run back all them interviews where he was like, we're undefeated. We should be in the playoffs.
Way different. Billy, they lost a lot.
Billy, same coach. Good recruiting class. You can't beat Memphis?
Billy, you can't beat Boston College?
Boston College is good.
You can't beat Georgia Tech?
Georgia Tech's better than people think.
I don't think they asked. It's Florida State, Billy.
Yeah. What were they doing with Willie Taggart, though? It's way worse.
Beating Georgia Tech, beating Boston College, beating Memphis.
No.
Come on, bro.
You got to look at those Willie Taggart years were bad. Those were bad.
I bet they were beating. I bet Willie Taggart beat. Hey, Chris, can you look up and see if Willie Taggart beat fucking Georgia Tech? I got case of Fago right now, Billy. I bet he beat Georgia Tech. Come on.
Not sold on it though.
Come on.
I just know they were bad.
Either way, what's next?
I don't think they won more than 5 games with Willie Taggart.
And one of those 5 was Georgia Tech.
Sure, but the dude literally just came off an undefeated season. You can't just fire him the next year.
Matt said,
Billy, if you go 0-3 in your non-conference, get the fuck out.
Georgia Tech's in his conference. Boston College is in their conference.
All right. Either way, I don't know why the fuck are they doing that.
Yeah, my fault, Matt. You had me going.
I don't know how.
I was just gonna say, yeah, my fault, man.
I don't know. I don't know how the scheduling works. Like why they would fucking do that. That's the dumbest thing ever.
Oh, he didn't his whole career. God damn.
I was just looking at his 2 years at Florida State.
What were the records the previous 4 years before Norvell took over? Like, tell me the best season.
Jimbo probably.
No, I mean the 4 years. Jimbo was at A&M for a hot minute. He
They
did
were
like
10
right
and
around the
3
time
in
Jameis.
2016 with Jimbo. They were 10-3.
And then what about after he left?
Jimbo was 7-6, and then Taggart came in, went 5-7 and 6-7, and then Norvell came in.
Well, he on the way to being a Taggart season.
But one after an undefeated season.
Billy, I don't care, bro. You finna lose to Clemson. Top that one up.
Was it undefeated? You should count that Georgia loss as 3 losses. They
That
put
shit
up
was
enough
bad.
points to beat them 3 times.
Yeah, that was bad. They're gonna lose to Miami.
Yeah, they will. Yeah. I just don't think you fire the guy.
They winning homecoming, Billy. And it depend on who the fuck they playing. They might have picked a good fucking team and they might lose that. Billy, what's next, man? We gotta talk about these.
So let's just go to next week's matchups. USC, Michigan, Utah, Oklahoma State, and Tennessee at Oklahoma. Those are the only exciting games.
Well, since Billy forgot, we're gonna talk about the controversy from last week. Why would you talk about next week to come backwards? That makes no sense, Billy.
I don't know. That's just where I was going.
All right, well, we'll go to this matchup. See, now I'm starting to lean with Chris. That was
Because nobody was expecting it, Tonio, so it was the perfect thing to do.
I kind of set you up for that, Billy. My fault. I think
Chris is
the USC Michigan game is gonna be exciting. Michigan's ass though, so they probably, no offense to Matt, but they probably gonna lose.
So how much credit do you give to Harbaugh leaving versus the players that they lost?
Ooh,
because we kind of had this talk in the group chat about where I put Harbaugh in terms of college coaches.
I'm gonna say it's the loss of that offensive line. I don't give a fuck who you had back there with that offensive line.
Davis Warren's throwing like 8 picks. That shit's crazy. No one could have guessed he'd be this bad.
DJ would look good.
JJ wasn't even throwing the ball.
I would rather have DJ than Davis Warren at this point. At least DJ isn't giving it to you. He's just going to miss the wide open receiver. Like, damn, we'll get him next time. We'll get him next time.
The defense
won't.
And I think that's why your defense has been tried so much, because your offense.
We've been on the field the entire time.
Why is Donovan Edwards not running the ball 40 times?
Because versus Texas, he averaged 5 yards a carry. We gave it to him 8 times. Versus Texas.
Yeah, but you were down 21 points like within 5 seconds.
No, it wasn't that quick. But still, like, if we're still down 7, we can establish the run game, get their defense tired, do what Michigan's done the entire fucking last 3 years. We can work our way back in the game if we just run. But no, we let Davis Warren cook, and he cooks it to the other team.
You think Miller Moss is going to toss all over you guys?
Throw the ball?
Yes.
No, because Alex Orji, we're going to run the ball. It's going to be, hey, you remember that Penn State thing that we did? We're just going to do that the rest of the year.
That USC defensive line don't look too shabby though, man. They don't look that bad. Their defense don't look that bad.
They didn't look bad versus Brian Kelly.
I mean, you got me there.
Yeah, come on, Antonio, come on.
My fault. It's Brian Kelly. It's Billy's second best coach in
Brian Kelly in Utah State. We don't know what the fuck they are. They could be good. We'll see. Their best player hasn't gotten the ball. Isaiah Branch, whatever his name is, the fast guy. He's barely got the ball this year.
They're both fast. Both of the other branches.
Well, Brian Branch, he ran a 4.6. He's not very fast.
Brian Branch, who's Zion? Is it Zion Branch? They got a sweet Jordan deal. Utah, Oklahoma State, Big 12 matchup. Are we excited about this, or are we just paying attention to USC, Michigan, Antonio?
Wait, what matchup did you say?
Utah, Oklahoma State.
I hate all Oklahoma teams. Fuck them.
I want to see. I kind of want to see what Oklahoma look like to see if they're gonna be able to compete in the SEC West because Vandy don't look like ass no more. Kentucky just put on a show with Georgia.
You're talking about Oklahoma State, not Oklahoma.
He just said Oklahoma.
Oklahoma State.
No, Oklahoma, Tennessee, and Oklahoma State and Utah.
Okay. Oh, yeah. You can't say both the Oklahoma teams. It gets confusing.
Yeah, I was confused. My fault. I think Utah might beat the shit out of Oklahoma State. Actually, where is it at?
Oklahoma State. Ooh, I don't know.
This ain't a Christian thing, Matt. I mean, Chris. It's just because Utah just comes out like so dope. It's dope, bro.
They got that motorcycle revving.
That's it.
I remember in Billy's garage. I was like, "Yeah, Utah by 100," and they came out dog walked.
For the new fans too, so it was Oregon and Utah, and everybody was on Oregon side, and me and Matt, when we saw this Santa Claus on this fucking Harley, me and Matt looked at each other and was like, "Nope, this is it. It's Utah by 1 billion." And then what happened? Utah just smoked them, and it was just such a crazy. I think I'll ride that forever. I think Utah also takes it against Oklahoma State, even though Oklahoma State just beat an SEC team, Tonio, with Arkansas Razorbacks.
They both have 7-year quarterbacks.
What's that?
They're playing at OK State.
Ooh, so no motorbike.
Gets interesting now. Still got Utah.
They need to travel with that thing.
Yeah, they
just be disrespectful.
Just put it on the back of the bus. Fuck it.
Yeah, have them do donuts. But hey, you know what, man? Give me Cam Rising in Utah. I'm gonna take Utah. So.
Yeah, I'm taking Utah still. I don't know, bro. Utah.
Let's do an SEC matchup, Tonio. Tennessee, Oklahoma.
I don't know, though.
I won't pick. That's cool.
Oh shit, man! I'm sorry. I thought. Go ahead, Matt.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the quarterback I wish Michigan still had, Alan Bowman, in his 7th year, Oklahoma State.
It'd be a lot better than you guys got now.
Oh, we'd be so good.
Yeah.
Tennessee looks really good to me, Billy. They putting up numbers. I need to see Oklahoma play them. I can't.
It's in Norman.
I can't judge Oklahoma yet because I ain't seen them, get down for real. So they're gonna have to get down for real this week. I'll probably get an edge to Tennessee, man. I just really think Oklahoma recruits well, but they ain't hit that SEC pipeline yet because it was the first year. So I think give them some time. But I don't know. Texas looked like they got the fucking SEC pipeline first year. But I don't think Oklahoma beats Tennessee. That's just me though.
That's fair.
We got 2 quarterback topics still to cover.
Oh yeah.
Yep. So real quick, Oklahoma, it's in Oklahoma. Josh Heupel won a national championship with Oklahoma, head coach of Tennessee now. He will get a lot of love from the Norman crowd, even though he is the opposing head coach. He's going to get a lot of love. I think Oklahoma takes it. I think they show the SEC like, hey, we're here to play. Unlike our rivals, Texas, who still have yet to play an SEC game, and they have the weakest SEC schedule if you look at it. I think Oklahoma's going to take this one. And then Tennessee's still going to go on a tear, and I think they end up in the playoff. But
Matt, hold on. Matt, who you got? God damn, Billy. Real quick, Matt. It's fucking Billy just.
I was going to Matt next.
I'm going to take Oklahoma, but I'm going to take Oklahoma, but if Tennessee wins, I'm betting Nico to win the Heisman.
That's fair.
That's how I take. All right, now Billy, you can hit your butt.
I was gonna say, but Matt, am I tripping? Anyway,
no, you.
Tonio, let's talk about Colorado a little bit.
Hey, let's talk about it, man. So they played their rivals, and we know it's personal. With Jay Norvell. Jay Norvell last year said, "Yeah, my mama raised me. When I'm talking to somebody, I take my hat off and my shades off."
Oh, that's that team. Okay.
Yeah, and Dion took it personal last year, and it was a thriller. No Travis Hunter, so it was a dog fight until.
Well, they started with Travis.
What?
Yeah, for like 3 minutes. Like he only played 3 minutes of the game and got hurt. But Travis showed up this time and had 2 tugs. So But Billy, so the disrespect, you would think it would end after the game. Well, Coach Norvell's wife went on Twitter and talked bad about Deion, Shedeur, Shiloh, the whole Sanders family.
Yeah.
Nobody checked her. And then his quarterback and Torrey Horton, he got a long ass name, but his name Braden Nicolosi, some shit. But
Braden
they went on Instagram.
Nicolosi.
Yeah, they went to Instagram to say this about Colorado.
They came out with that attitude and thought it was going to be a cakewalk. They got a rude awakening real quick, and I think it goes to show that the hype, the media train, all that, it only gets you so far. At the end of the day, we'll see how far Instagram followers gets them.
Sanders, end zone, caught! Touchdown! Sanders fires, got a man! Lester, he's 5, he's 2. Fowler Nicolosi scrambling again, stopping, firing, into coverage!
You that same talking shit on Instagram. You talking on Instagram. All right, keep talking about our business. You can't fuck with me.
Shout out to our dog over there at CTSN, Antonio Brown.
Get it out, Tonio.
Yeah, man, I'm drunk. This goddamn, this wild turkey got me fucked up. I ain't gonna lie, it's good as fuck.
I saw him hold it up earlier. I wasn't gonna say nothing. I was like,
hey, bro, I'm fucked up. This shit good as fuck, Billy. I might give up Tennessee honey and start.
Oh yeah,
bro, this American honey. Wild turkey. Some of the roughest shit I've ever had. Just straight out.
Hey, that's what Tony Soprano drinks,
bro. This American honey good as fuck though. But bro, so that clip right there. Let me get myself together. My fault, Chris. That clip right there is what sparked the controversy about Shedeur not being a professional. That ending right there. But like I said, I don't like people saying negative shit about Shedeur for handling his business. This dude go on Instagram, do a whole interview with ESPN, because ESPN gonna go where the story is.
Right.
You know, like I know, Prime them gonna garner attention like a motherfucker. So, hey, Colorado State get a chance to get put on the map. Hey, we're gonna talk shit about them. Now, would I have done it? Yeah, probably not, because we not that good. Like Deion said in the game, you letting your team act like this and y'all got beat by 50 just a week ago? Because Texas beat the dog shit out of them.
Yeah.
The dog shit out of them. And then they got out there and the quarterback rushed for he was scrambling to get away. He got like a yard and a half and he hit Travis with the too small. And it was just like, all right.
He gave him the shoulder and Travis fell. Let me just throw that in.
He didn't fall at all, Billy. He ran. Travis was running to the sideline and he was gonna hit his ass, but he ran out of bounds. So Travis pulled up and he walked by him and hit it with the too small. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, maybe
but they beat the shit out of him. Case closed. They beat the shit out of him.
Yeah.
But that clip right there where a lot of media outlets have been playing is Shedeur telling them, "Oh, you that same talking shit? You that same motherfucker talking shit? We stood on business. We handled our business." And then he told him, "You can't fuck with me." Billy, that's not the worst shit we done ever heard. You remember I told you, I said we had a fucking Heisman winning quarterback that I was gonna tell you about that did some crazy shit and still got picked up.
Wait, I know it.
One of my favorite moments in college football, the game I love to watch, is when Baker Mayfield tried to shake them boys in Kansas' hand, and they was like, "Fuck you." And he just started shitting on him. He grabbed his nuts and all that shit, bro. I respect that, bro, because, hey, I'm trying to show you good faith. Because Deion said it. He was like, bro, I'm not letting my kids talk shit about y'all on social media. I wouldn't let my kids talk crazy to a Travis Hunter. Travis Hunter, arguably the best. I ain't even argue. Travis Hunter, the best player in college football. I don't care what you say. I don't care if you hate Colorado. He played 120 snaps a game, and he's productive on both sides of the ball. Say what you want. Ain't nobody caught on him this year. He caught a pick. He ran Nicolosi's wide receiver's route on the interception. He ran the route and just took that bitch. Like, bruh, he caught 2 tugs again over 4th straight game, 100-yard receiving with an interception. Stat line's insane. I don't care who they playing. You on the field, you putting it out there, you doing it. You talking shit about him, bro. He's healthy. You talking shit. Shedeur, say what you want about him last year. Offensive line was not as good as this one. This one's not the best, but
still very good.
They better. They way better. They made some changes. They got their first 100-yard rushing game in Deion career there, I think, against them boys. But
they went from an F to a D+. You know,
yeah, and that's tremendous for them, bro. But I think the media trying to paint a bad picture, and Deion keeps saying it's because they don't fuck with him because of where he at. And you got to think about it, Billy. How many coaches just go straight from an HBCU to a power? They're power 4, power 5, power 5.
It's power 4 still now.
Yeah, power 4 school.
Yeah.
How many coaches doing that, especially black ones? And it ain't even about race, but think about it. He had like an easy road to get to where he was at because he could have been in Florida State, and people would have really been mad. They would have really been mad. But he didn't. He chose Colorado, but it wasn't a hard road for him to get there. So he's saying that, they're taking it out on him because we've seen way worse shit from quarterbacks. Jameis Winston, crab incident, still went. Cam Newton, laptop incident, still went.
Yep.
Tim Tebow, accessory to murders, still went.
Whoa.
They confessed to him.
Hey, did you miss what I was doing, Tonio?
What's that?
You was comparing him to Baker. I was
trying
to for it.
Baker got shit on hard for that.
Did he?
He did. But think about the black on his name, Chris. Nobody give a fuck about, bro. Jameis is one of the most beloved players playing or not in the NFL. Bro, anything Jameis said, bro, he's not even a starting quarterback.
Those crab legs were caught.
The Browns are 1-0 when Jameis plays.
Yeah.
It's crazy. If Jameis played with the Browns, like if they played the Ravens, I'd be like, man, I hope Jameis does good. Like I would still be like,
yeah, bro. Like you just like to see Jameis do good, bro. But we done seen
at the end of the day,
bro.
Talent is talent.
Yeah.
Well, if Shedeur is good at that position, they're not going to let him walk just because of attitude.
There's nothing to show that he's not good. Like I don't care about what they bro was sacked 6 times less than fucking Bryce Young last year. Hey, that is saying a lot.
Yeah,
that's saying a lot, Chris. And he still only had 3 interceptions and 2,700 yards, 2,700 yards. And
has anything come out about how his teammates actually feel about him? Because if the teammates feel the same way that the opponents do, then that could be a problem. So if his teammates love him, then it ain't like it is what it is.
They love him, bro. Because Bucky, and you can't say it's fake. Bucky filmed everything. So you would see he films everything, bro. But if you go and look at the shit that the media is catching, every week Shedeur's in the steakhouse in Boulder with his offensive line.
Yep. With
his wide receivers. Like, bro flew his wide receivers on a workout retreat to Miami. He paid for all that shit, Chris. So the whole thing about him being selfish. It is. It's crazy because the whole thing about him being selfish
skewed that.
Yeah, it's skewed because it's easy click grabs. Like just like last week when they lost to Nebraska, they was like, "Oh, a rookie mistake." So they thinking he talking about the receiver when he was talking about himself. And he shouldn't have to explain it because I feel like he's really well media trained, but I think that they want to trick him out of his position. But he loved by his team, Chris. He signed when he signed with Beats. Just recently, he got the whole team $600 Beats. when he signed with Nike, he got the whole team 2 pair of them fucking primes, them DT 96s. So it ain't like he just out here flaunting his money and shit like that. Like, hey, I'm better than y'all. Y'all
also, to get them for this softball season, they are way too expensive.
DT 96s?
Yeah.
They're like $180.
Yeah, for fucking Navy softball, that's a little too much money, Tonio.
Hey, you gotta stun on them hoes out there, man. Get that shit. I'll go half with you, bro. Get that shit.
Speaking of stunting on them hoes,
go, Chris.
Real fast, Chris. Before you go, I know we're talking about my Kansas earlier, but The end clip, I do think he still should have shook old buddy's hand. Am I tripping on that, Tonio? Like he still could have shook his hand.
No,
well, I think you tripping, bro. Because it ain't, bro. You can't talk and say that I'm just an Instagram quarterback, bro. Like that's disrespectful as fuck. So you questioning my talent, and then it ain't like he was just disrespectful to the whole team. Immediately following him talking to Buddy, he called out a player name over there. He shake a coach hand that's walking by him, and then he goes shake up with 2 CSU players, bro. It was just him. And Tory Horton didn't even walk out on the field because he was hurt. He got hurt in the game. Yeah. So I'm not mad at that, Billy. I mean, because this rivalry ain't like Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, or Peyton. It's like almost like when Tom signed, even though it was jokingly, but he signed that fucking Giants jersey earlier this year and said, "Fuck you, Eli." That's how it was. Yeah, that's how it is, bro. Like I ain't.
Oh, that shit was great.
Go ahead, Chris.
Excuse me.
So speaking of stunting on them hoes, Arch Manning finally made well, technically not his debut because he did play some a couple weeks ago, but he came out and got some good time this game. 9 for 12, 223 yards, 4 touchdowns. That's 223 yards on 9 completions, and almost half of the passes that he threw were touchdowns. So is Quinn Ewers about to get Tony Romo, meaning losing his job to the backup coming in and never playing for the team again?
See, it's kind of crazy, Chris, and I'm sorry because Chris told me I do this shit a lot too, but Billy drunk and doing it, so I'm gonna do it. If this was the NFL, for sure. But I think Sark gonna be like, "Hey, bro, we gonna win regardless until we start playing harder competition. Let me get him to the NFL, and then you got the keys to the kingdom." So I don't think he, unless that Quinn injury is super serious, I think Quinn just come back in. Stop doing that shit, man, and take over. Go ahead, Matt. My fault.
That's trying to show off the laundry, dude.
No, so the only thing is that, like, if it wasn't versus ULM, like if Quinn Ewers went down versus Michigan and he did that stat line versus Michigan, or down the line versus an SEC team, yeah, you might have to stick with that guy because that's top talent. They played one of the worst teams in college football. Like, it's not like he went out there, like, they've got the fastest wide receivers in the country versus accountants. Like, yeah, they should get open. It wasn't like, maybe if it was a bowl game or a playoff game.
Insurance salesman?
Yeah. These guys are going to be meteorologists for a local news channel.
I mean, I want to say something, Matt. My fault, but that local news channel only scored 5 points less than. Hey, let's go on, man. They only scored 5 points less than Michigan. That's what I was gonna say. But let's move on. You know,
they don't
got Davis Warren at quarterback.
By my notes. We got our Chris's corner and the brick shot of the week.
Oh yeah,
brick shot first.
Yeah, we already did. No, we didn't. You started talking about kickers and shit, and got on.
So for our second ever brick shot of the week, we had really only 4 people got votes. I'm only going to talk about the top 3. Tied for second was Aiden Hutchinson with 4.5 sacks, 1 forced fumble, and 4 tackles for a loss. And Kyler Murray going 17 for 21 with 266, 3 tubs, and 5 rushes for 59 yards. Our first place was none other than Alvin Kamara, who had a 4 touchdown day, 3 on the ground, 1 in the air, 115 yards on 20 rushes with another 65 yards on 2 receptions. So congrats to Alvin Kamara for being our brick shutter of the week. And then do we want to go straight into the Chris's corner?
We do. I got a question though. I got one question.
Yes, sir.
If Alvin Kamara does this for 5 more games, is he running away with MVP, or is it just comeback player?
It's going to have to be a lot more than 5.
He's a running back. He has to do it for at least 8 to be in the conversation. I'm sorry. That's just what.
Bro, Christian McCaffrey didn't win it the other year.
I'm pretty sure.
I'm
pretty sure he's leading the league in touchdown right now, though, right? For sure, individually.
Touchdowns,
He's got to be.
Yeah,
but he's not top 5 in rushing yards. I think that might be like a skewed.
Yeah,
thing.
but I don't think you could do that because shit, they throw a lot of fucking. He called him Christian McBlacker. Say that shit. I'm drunk.
McCaffrey
Christian
led the league and then
McBlacker.
almost had 1,000 yards receiving, and he didn't win.
Yeah.
Yeah, I ain't want.
He'd have to have like 30 total touchdowns and then I don't know 2,800 all-purpose yards to even have a chance.
Was LT the last running back to win MVP with that 21 touchdowns?
Adrian Peterson.
Oh, it was Adrian Peterson with 2,000 yards and what? 19 touchdowns though.
One
Derrick
ACL.
Henry was runner-up to Aaron Rodgers. I think his last MVP that he
Derrick Henry
should have won the MVP. That's fucking
Chris Johnson was close. He should have won.
Should have won that MVP too. Christy
The most all-purpose yards ever.
Yes.
Either way, my fault for starting Billy on tangent. But go ahead, Chris.
So we're going to stay topical, reverting back to our Brick Shot of the Week runner-up. Aiden Hutchinson, I'm surprised he only got, I think, Matt and one other person.
Probably Christian.
People that gave him votes. He had 4.5 sacks this past Sunday. 19
on
players
Tristan Wirfs.
History of the sport have had more sacks in a single game. 19 players. I'm looking for 3 of those players, and I'm looking for the 3 that did it from 2020 to now.
Adrian Claiborne.
5 sacks or more in a single game from 2020 until today.
Adrian Claiborne.
On there.
The Falcons defensive end.
Yeah, that was Adrian Claiborne. He did it 2019 then. He had fucking 6.5 sacks.
Yeah,
you said from 2020 to now?
Yeah.
Khalil Mack.
Khalil Mack was one of them. He had second most sacks ever.
Max Crosby.
No, Max Crosby is not.
Joey Bosa.
Nick Bosa.
Nope.
TJ Watt.
No.
What the fuck?
No.
Is this going to be somebody?
Hey, that old crazy motherfucker.
They're names that you would know.
That old crazy motherfucker was still playing. Was he still? Because he was good till he got crazy.
Von Miller?
Nah, not Von Miller. What's his name, brother?
Chandler Jones. Yeah,
Chandler Jones.
Chandler Jones.
Hell yeah.
4 sacks on Taylor Lewan.
Hell yeah.
2021, 5 sacks with Arizona against Tennessee. The other
Hey,
player
baby,
was
yeah.
also with Arizona.
Yeah.
The other one
was also
JJ
with
Watt.
Arizona. Nope.
What? Bud Dupree, Marcus Golden.
You said it was with you said with they were with Arizona as well?
Yeah. The season that they did it, they were with Arizona.
Did Jadeveon Clowney go to Arizona for a season?
No, he's never had more than 8 sacks in a season. No way he did 5 in a game.
This is a white guy.
Is he not a defensive end?
He is a lineman. I believe he's a.
So I feel like they blitz Buda Baker a lot.
He's an edge guy. He plays end and linebacker.
Is this a white guy?
Isaiah Simmons?
He's definitely not white. No.
Man.
It wasn't Marcus Golden or Bud Dupree. I feel like they both are the
Actually,
same
he
guy.
might be a full-time linebacker. I swear I've seen him play in. Maybe not. He's had double-digit sacks each of the last 4 years.
Each of the last 4.
Arizona, though. Who the fuck is over there now?
I can give you another hint that would probably make it, give it away.
Don't do it, bro. Because I already got one, and I'm drunk. Billy needs to fucking step up to the plate.
Oh, I'm awful at these.
So he left when JJ Watt got there.
The year that he did it was the end of his rookie contract, and then he moved on.
Hassan Reddick.
Bingo.
Thank you, Billy. Fuck you, shit. You never get none of these.
I don't.
That's the 3 players.
I got JP Lossman actually on the hard one that we did, so I don't want to fucking hear it.
Yeah, I named all 9 of them. You had to just get one.
There was 17 or some shit. Yeah,
man, I named 6.
Yeah, Hassan Reddick was a fucking beast in Arizona, and they were just like, "All right, see you later."
Can I add one more thing? Aiden Hutchinson has more sacks combined than 18 teams right now.
Yeah, 1-1.
Hey, y'all want to have one game. Okay.
Same.
Give it down.
Hey, Lamar has the most rushing yards and quarterback for the first two
Still the
games.
best record in here. No, are the Patriots
Nope.
2-0?
No, they're 1-1.
1-1.
Oh, okay.
But if you count the regular season, we won 1-1. We tied in. We lost in overtime. Goddamn.
The Titans traded for a cornerback last year that didn't give up a touchdown. That hasn't helped them win a single game yet either this year.
Well, they actually did.
They've been in close games other than fucking old Bonehead.
They couldn't win a fucking game in which the other team didn't score a touchdown on offense.
Bro, is Tannehill on the bench? Like,
no, he's not there.
He's not there.
Where,
I don't know where the fuck Tannehill is.
Who is their backup?
Tennessee?
It was Malik Willis. Who do they have over there? It's time to act.
Oh, Mason Rudolph. There you go.
He's about to get a helmet upside the head.
Yeah. Mason Rudolph, he'll throw a touchdown. Shit, I give him one touchdown.
I don't know if I'd give him one touchdown without having Pittsburgh with.
Yeah, unless he's got Mike Tomlin, he's not doing nothing. Mike Tomlin will take anybody.
Look, well, shit. Will Levis, Ryan Tannehill look like Tennessee will too.
Mike Tomlin's got his nuts on the table this season. He's like, look what I can do with these two fucking idiots. I got Mr. Unlimited. Mr. Unlimited.
Hey, bro, Mike Tomlin.
Speaking of him, he might be out of Pittsburgh already. He might not get that job when he gets healthy again.
Yeah, Tomlin already said he's not starting unless Fields makes him start.
Jesus Christ.
I told you, Billy. I told you. It's time to just hold Sierra's purse, bro. It's okay.
I've been saying, just hang on to it.
It's not a bad position to be in, bro. You going home to Sierra, bro. Just be at home with your Subway card, bro. Just eating free Subway, bro.
Forever.
They dropped him because he played so bad.
Oh, shit. Tannehill's actually a free agent right now from what I'm seeing. There's rumors of him going to Miami.
That's what me and Matt.
I thought he was a backup somewhere.
No, he's going. No, that's what the thing is. Like, I'm coming home. You ain't seen that yet?
No,
hey,
not with him.
Hey, remind me to talk to Oliver about being fucking British too, because I just seen how he spelled defense, and it's fucking funny. I got Ollie. I'm gonna get on you. Yeah, that's that UK shit.
We shouldn't be in the bottom five.
All you got to do to be British is don't pronounce half the word. Hey, man, speaking of British, I seen some like a few weeks ago had me crying laughing. How the fuck did British people conquer over half the world and ain't taking none of their flavor?
No, they found curry and just stopped there.
Bullshit ass canned baked beans and then like 2 eggs that are cooked so fucking hard the yolk could be used as a weapon. And that's our breakfast. Hey, bro. How the fuck you conquered the whole world and that's what the fuck you choose to have as a meal? The fuck
and
out
it's so, bro, it's so musty over there, bro. It's just so it's so stanky over there, bro. Like,
oh my God.
Man, and that shit is like an aphrodisiac to women. Oh, he stank. I want him. What the fuck kind of shit is that? That's crazy.
Yeah. It's a fair
man. No, hell no. Hell no. Hey, but it's,
we got to go after that.
Hey, man.
Hey, I'm a mate
of
of the
know me before you see me. I got King Kong in the trunk.
Yo, what the fuck just happened?
You ain't heard that song?
I just wasn't ready for you to say it.
Hey, bro, we gotta get out, man. I'm drunk. Yo, shout out to everybody tuned in. For y'all that wasn't able to watch it because y'all at work and shit like that, we'll have this bitch on Spotify, Apple Pods, iHeartRadio, all that, so y'all can hear Chris be hilarious, Matt compete with him but lose.
R.I.P. Dwayne Haskins.
Yeah, rest in peace. Yes, to Dwayne Haskins. Good.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah. Wrap that up.
And shout out to Josh, goddammit. The whole time. The entire time Josh was here. I don't don't give a fuck if you do cheat in fantasy, bro. You good in my book. Good in my book.
I think Josh is 1-1 cheating in fantasy. Hey,
that shit's crazy as fuck. Hey, but like Chris said at the beginning of the show, y'all check out Brick Shots U on Facebook. Y'all go follow us on YouTube, Brick Shots with Billy Antonio.
We're gonna changing that name also.
Yeah,
join in the discussion on the group too. You might find yourself giving a shout out and being part of a segment.
Exactly.
Bingo.
Shout out to my boy DJ Chavez.
Yes, sir.
Hey, we'll see y'all next Wednesday when some more dope sports shit happen. All right.
Appreciate y'all. Thanks.